War widens. American boots are on the ground in the Ukraine, as confirmed by the United States State Department, Department of Defense. I'll show you that in a moment. It's a small force, but mission creep may be in play before we know it. Guys, and they're supposedly there to inspect weapons. Yeah, that's how things start, isn't it? And furthermore, not only is Iran providing weapons, they're about to be giving 1,000 weapon systems to Russia to use in Ukraine, but there's fears right now that Iran is on the verge of attacking Saudi Arabia, which may be defended by Saudi and American forces. So we may be at war with directly with Iran in the Mideast, and Iran's provision in Ukraine, Russia to fight Ukraine. We're provisioning Ukraine to fight Russia, and looks like we've got some boots on the ground. Where can this go, my friends? Are we on a slippery slope into World War III? And as many of you have observed and commented quite often in a lot of my videos, we're already in World War III, and it looks and smells a lot more like it every single day. Let's hope and pray that that is something else. My friends, we are in dangerous times. I'm going to show you some articles on this real quick. I'm going to try to make this a fast video. I realize your time is precious, and I do sometimes like to gab, but let's look at this stuff. Screen share, bing, 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 bing. Here we are, guys. I kid you not. I don't make this stuff up. I don't have to make anything up these days. I never did. There was so much going on. It was good when I could just talk about gardening. Maybe a little power grid defense, the sun. But guys, people got to get into play and mess things up. U.S. and Saudi Arabia on high alert as distraction Iran could be imminent. What they're talking about here is the idea that Iran may be about to launch an attack on Saudi Arabia just to distract from the riots at home. As you may well know, and see, this is in the Wall Street Journal. This is in several different news sources. The attacks in Iran, the protests in Iran threatened the regime there. And they have, put out from their side, well, the protests will end now. Well, that's not working out too well for them. The people in Iran are very unhappy with the regime, which we should be happy with. I've said a long time ago, if we let the people in Iran have their way, that Iran would turn over. There's a lot of really good people in Iran. They don't want to be living under an autocratic regime. So, they deserve a little support from us as much as anybody else. But, we don't need to be meddling in other people's business, though. So here we go, guys. And like I said, Iran is preparing to send additional weapons, including ballistic missiles, to Russia to use in Ukraine. Of course, this is ballistic missiles, and it is also the drones that they're sending. So they're sending quite a few things over. By the way, guys, if this don't get it in your head that we might be at a bad point in time, if this don't get in your head that you ought to prep, I don't know what does. But for those that have caught on to that idea, hey, check prepwithgreg.com. We right now have a special that is the best thing going since 2019. They reissued the special, which they had briefly a few weeks ago. I don't know how much longer it's going to last. I think it'll be over in just a few weeks. But you can get $250 off a 3-month supply. The best deal since 2019. With everything going up price-wise, this is amazing. And guys, when you do the math, when you figure you got 12 weeks of food there, 3 meals a day, 2,000 calories a day, you're only talking about $2.67 a meal. So don't tell me it's too high. If you can't afford that, you might be able to afford to buy the month supply. And hey, I spend that in the grocery store in a week just to feed myself, guys. So come on. But look, it ain't for everybody, and I understand that. And you buy the dried beans and rice. I've told you that a zillion times, and I got 2 videos. So I went to the big box store and did the same. But I also got this stuff. You see me toss my bucket around a lot. So, I do both. And I also am to the wild edibles. I got videos on that, guys. So check it out. But this is a great deal. I really think this is good stuff. So check it out, guys. 2,000 calories a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, 21 varieties. So it lasts 25 years. And it's easy to bug out with because they're lightweight. And it's easy to bury with these big rugged buckets and these pouches. That makes it easy to put in a food cache so that when they come and bust your door down, they won't find it, hopefully. Anyway, no said. And Norway, guys, it's not just Iran and Saudi Arabia and the United States and uh, Norway had just had a suspicious drone sighting, and they're really concerned. And why would Norway be concerned? I mean, Norway way up in the northern, other than uh, you know, having being a part of NATO. Why would they be concerned way up in the north part of Europe, so far away from the conflict? Well, because Norway supplies gas, natural gas. They supply petroleum and natural gas to Europe. And they're the other alternative, ready, easier to get to source of natural gas for Europe, because natural gas kind of goes to petroleum production. Lord knows we need petroleum too. And since Russia is finding restrictions and the Nord Stream pipeline got hit, they might just decide to take Norway assets out so that Norway can't supply Europe. Because this is kind of what happens in a war. Infrastructure starts getting taken out. So that would definitely lead us closer and closer to NATO and Russia getting directly into it. I mean, look, guys, when somebody takes out something like the Kerch Strait Bridge and the Nord Stream pipeline, which Russia has accused the United Kingdom of doing, we're having a lot of potential right now for NATO to get directly involved in the Ukrainian war, for it to broaden. And this war may broaden to Iran, Mid East. Of course, North Korea wouldn't take advantage of all these distractions over here. Xi Jinping, he wouldn't think might be a good time to hit Taiwan with us being so distracted in Europe with their ammo supplies down. No, it wouldn't happen now, would it? Well, think about it, guys. Think about it. Here's another one talking about Iran is reported prepared to send 1,000 additional weapons. This is what I was talking about earlier, USA Today. This stuff's all over the place, guys. But if that ain't enough, our economy is cracking here in the United States. Typically, if your economy was down 2 months in a row, they would call that a recession. But since we're in the political climate we're in, we have to redefine recession. We can't say we are in a recession because it might hurt the party in power on their way to the next election. So I'm not saying, whatever. Gosh, good grief. And social media is about to try to, put on, I can't say anything. Holy smoke, guys. Bloomberg. I'm amazing they admit this stuff. Just get this, guys. More than a third of U.S. small businesses can't pay all the rent in October. Guys, I always tell you to support the small businesses all you can. If we lose them, you're going to be, in a world of hurt, guys. But this really speaks a lot to our economy. Oh, yeah, whatever, guys. So, yeah, you see it. It's here, guys. We are in trouble. Not even the big guys are in trouble, the tech giants, who we don't have necessarily just the most enthusiastic feeling of overwhelming love for, right? They are laying off tens of thousands of employees due to lack of advertising money. And advertising money comes from healthy businesses. They're looking for, expansion. And, well, guess what? They're just not seeing it. Wonder why. The economy is so good. Thank you, Joe, for such a wonderful economy. Holy guacamole, smoking weldy, guys. And it's not only that, it's hitting people. And as these businesses start laying off, these numbers will grow even bigger. Data shows 15%, around 6 million households, are behind on rent payments. And this has been consistent for 3 years, 2020, 2021, 2022. Americans aged 40 to 54 had the most difficulty keeping up with rent. We're talking middle-aged people who should be established in their career and making good money, pretty much to the peak of their career. This is age where you still probably have kids at home or teenagers, and so they're suffering, guys. This is not good by any stretch of the imagination. Nowhere near it. So yeah, let's go over here and look at this. Here we are. Pentagon confirms U.S. boots are on the ground in Ukraine. Like I said, they're there doing inspections of U.S. weapon caches, the stuff we're sending to Iran. It's been alleged by some that some of these weapons are being resold and remarketed elsewhere. I said alleged. I don't know. But guys, you got to worry about mission creep. That's how we get into so many things, a little mission creep, and things happen. Oh, yeah. So there's more of that stuff. Anyway, guys, let's do a stop share. Whoops. Halo. If you're not concerned, if you're not prepping, I don't know what to say. Get ready. I mean, the economy is on the slide. The fuel supplies right now are dicey. You know, the petroleum and especially diesel fuel is going what we need for our trucks. When the trucks don't run, the stuff ain't in the stores, you can't get what you want, and you go to the grocery stores and you can't buy stuff. Maybe people start getting laid off. You might not have the money to buy it with. I say get ready now. Do whatever you can. Get yourself ready. I don't know. I've said this a zillion different ways. Just be prepared. Be aware. Check out my video. I even got a video on eating wild out of the woods in the wintertime. Greg, how am I going to get wild? How am I going to eat greens from the woods in the wintertime? Well, I made too green, but there's some. Go to my videos, guys. Check them out. Look at my old stuff. I got a playlist on wild edibles, I think. Or it's in there somewhere. You can definitely find a playlist on wild edibles on greengregs.com. Problem is, some of my buttons on the top are messed up right now. You may have to hit the buy worms video button just to see the buttons on top. We can go to the other things like more some of my videos on raising worms are more concentrated. Wild edibles are more concentrated. Good place to see that. And I had somebody in another site question, says, oh, I don't think this guy was ever in the military. That's my DD-214, guys. Where I was separated from the Army. Fort Greely, Alaska. And I was in the Army from 79 to 83. And then I also spent a couple of years in the U.S. Army, in the Alabama Army National Guard. And I got another DD-214 just for that. That's my name, Allison, Gregory Hugh Allison. So I was there. How in the world would you salute like that if you hadn't been in the Army? Anyway, there you go, guys. So, and that's a pretty rusty salute. Boy, I used to be really good at that. I made Post Soldier of the Year at Fort Greely, Alaska in 1981. So I put that in your smoke and pipe it. For those that think I'm not a service member, was never. Yes, I was. Most definitely. GI grits and GI gravy. Gee, I wished I joined the Navy. We sung that in the Army. C-130 rolling down the strip. Come on, guys. That's where I get that stuff. Anyway, yeehaw. Guys, subscribe. Bang the notification. Bang the update notification bell and click off. You get my bloopers live. I don't even edit it out. I don't have time to edit videos. I don't have time to sleep. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for watching. But get ready. Guys, be right with your maker. Be right with your family, your friends, and share your love light into the world. That's probably the thing that will dispel the hate and all the mess going on more than anything. Anyway, but do what you can. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready now. Form and find your mutual assurance groups, mutual assistance groups, and check out survivaltribenetwork.com. I got links to that, freedomrestorationfoundation.org. We have a lot of tools that we've created for this channel to help you get ready. So thank y'all for watching. And with that, I'm going to say, Greg out.